Don, we know you are contesting Brent Central as the Labour candidate. So, can you explain the votes that comes within Brent Central?
Vanakam. The wards that come within Brent Central are Dudden Hill, Dollis Hill, Matesbury, Willesden, Stonebridge, Harlesden, Kensal Green, Tokington and Welsh Harp. So there are 9 wards. It's quite a large area, Brent Central.
And you got many Tamils living in your constituency?
We've got quite a mix of people, and we do have a number of Tamils, quite a nice Tamil community in Brent. And actually they're quite spread out, so they're not just in one area, they're spread out across Stonebridge and Dollis Hill and Dudden Hill, so we've got quite a nice spread and mix.
And Don, I'm sure when you were the minister, you were fully involved with the Tamil struggle and helping us in Westminster Square and so on. So, in your view, what justice mechanism and accountability process would you endorse?
Yeah, it was quite a sad time actually during my time in Parliament, what was happening in Sri Lanka. And it was quite a journey to go on that journey with not just my constituents but with Tamils across the UK. And I actually employed, I think one of the only Tamil workers in Parliament, Uma Kumaran, who's now standing to be the first Tamil MP. So it was important, I think, that Tamils had a voice as well as having supporters. And I completely endorse having a full UN investigation into the alleged war crimes in Sri Lanka. And I think that's important so that we have clarity in regards to the situation, so we know the reality of the situation as well.
The Sri Lankan government may not implement a United Nations Human Rights Council resolution, and if they keep on dragging, how you make sure that Tamils get justice?
Well, I think we have to work together like we did, if you remember, back maybe in 2006 when the IMF was going to lend some money to Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka was going to host, I think it was the Commonwealth Games or something at that point, and we stuck together, and Britain played a vital role in making sure that that didn't happen because of the situation that was happening in Sri Lanka. So I think what you first of all have to do is have the willpower, and Ed Miliband has stressed quite strongly that he wants this to happen. So I think it's important that we get a Labour government and get Ed elected so that the Tamil people in the UK, and as well as it's important for Tamil people all around the world to see justice and have an investigation. I mean, when the elections happened, thousands and thousands of people turned out, and I think it's important. It's important for justice everywhere.
Yes, but you know it, the Labour Party was the party which brought in the GSP Plus cancelled in Sri Lanka. So if in future, if there's going to be a push for sanctions, will you be supporting it?
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll have to look at all the details of that. I think if the government in Sri Lanka refuses to have a UN investigation and it's been endorsed by all countries, then we'll have to take further steps. And if those further steps means that there's some kind of boycott, then those are the steps that probably will have to be taken.
And lots of Tamils, after studying it thoroughly, think what happened in Sri Lanka is a genocide. So again, will you be able to call for a genocide investigation?
And the important thing is that we have an investigation run by the UN, and that it's a open and transparent investigation, and that will throw up anything in regards to whether it's genocide. As I said, it's all the alleged atrocities, because as you know, some people have said that some of the footage was doctored and that some of it wasn't true. I mean, from my own personal experiences of talking to people, being with people and families, sitting through people who are on hunger strike, I mean, there were real atrocities happening in Sri Lanka. I think the most important thing is that we push to have a UN investigation in Sri Lanka, and I'm fully on board and in support of that. And I would do whatever I can, as I've done in the past, to work with the community to make sure that we get justice, because lots of people lost lots of family members, etc., and some still don't know where they are. And I think it's important that we have that investigation as soon as we possibly can.
Do you support the Tamil nation's right to self-determination?
As I do with all countries, really, yes. I think in short, my response would be yes.
As I said, the election is almost within 100 hours now. So what is your message to the Tamil people in your constituency?
I think my message is that it's important that you go out and you utilise your vote, and utilise your vote for Labour. It's important that we have a change of government if you want to see a change of direction. And that's not just for Sri Lanka, what's happening in your hometowns, but it's also for what's happening here in the United Kingdom, because this is where you live as well. And we want to see that change in our country. We want to see a fairer country. So in order to get that fairness, it means that you have to go out and use your vote, and use your vote as early as possible, and then get involved. Come and help out on election day, come and knock on doors, come and get people out to vote. And not just for me in Brent Central, although that's important, but I'm also asking for you to tell your friends to vote in all the other areas, because it's going to be a very, very tight election, and every vote actually counts, and every seat that we can return to Labour means that we're closer to having a fairer society, and we're closer to pushing for a United Nations investigation into the alleged war crimes in Sri Lanka.
Thank you, Dawn, for all your support so far, and we are hoping you are going to return as an MP, and you will also represent the government next time around.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.